I came to work in Cincinnati after having been in Europe to work with the Joseph Company in 1989. And when I came here, David was the chairman of SHV North America, which was a Dutch holding company that held the Joseph Company. The Joseph family emigrated from Germany into Cincinnati in the middle of the U.S. Civil War, 1863. And the family were Jewish immigrants. It was a time of prejudice issues against both Catholics and Jewish people in this part of the country. They started their own business collecting scrap in 1885, literally with a horse and wagon. Applied themselves to that, and luckily, a big company then called Armco Steel was right up in Middletown, so there was always a place to sell the scrap. They got to the point where they couldn't just go out and collect scrap. They had to find more. Armco had a large appetite. So they started the trading company and learned to trade and started trading in the Midwest, bringing scrap from other places into Armco as their agent. David was one of those people, and the company was, the type of company was always looking for new things to do. David's a very interesting man. David is a graduate of Yale. His father was the president of the company in 1938 when he graduated from Yale and came back. The apocryphal history says that David was a bit of a free spirit, but his father died unexpectedly in 1949 and David had to take over the business. So for David, that was kind of a change, a sea change in his life. David was not a trader, had never been involved with the trading side, so he used what he learned at Yale and he made the company much more efficient. He looked at things, one of the first men probably that looked at supply chain as supply chain. What things can I do with my basic product that allows me to make more money, expand my business? And he also was big into training and people selection. And Joseph started, through David, a program that all traders went through for a year before they actually really became full-fledged traders. And so that process still goes on to Joseph today. He also had a wonderful wife, Josephine, who saw life like he did, and the two of them worked together. So the first part, I think, David understood that a partnership with his wife is important to success, and that was what made him a special person. He also was one of those people that just assumed that you could do anything that you really set your mind to as long as you did enough research. Back to, got to have a process, you go through the process, you find all the information, and then you make a decision. And those things made David successful, and he also never ever broke his word. If we made a bad trade, knew we were going to lose a lot of money, David's answer would be, well, we won't do that again, pay him. I think David's impact and legacy covers a range of things. He was highly active in the Plum Street Temple, which is down here in downtown Cincinnati. The Joseph Company continued on as the Joseph Company for over 100 years, and he was the CEO for a major part of that time. It's also what he did in the community that's important. He did back to the arts, the symphony, always looking for something to make the community better for everybody in it. That part of David's legacy, I think, will never go away in this town. And hopefully people will try to emulate it.
On behalf of David J. Joseph Jr., I accept this recognition and thank those of you who are here tonight in support of him. If you're a longtime Cincinnatian, you remember the impact David had on our community. As chair of the selection committee, I am proud to induct David J. Joseph Jr. into the Greater Cincinnati Business Hall of Fame. Thank you.